Hi everybody, this is Gayle. Welcome to my channel. We have got Mel already in the chat room. Hey Mel, how is life going for you? Are you staying well? I sure hope you are. We're still caught in a bubble here in Tennessee. But I'm glad that you're here. Yeah. I'm going to make sure I got a reminder posted here over to Facebook. Just let me kind of double check. Yeah, it is there. Whoops. We have got Mel. Okay. So I got a text from Stellar Piper. Hopefully she'll be here shortly too. Hope y'all are having a good night. I've got a jump starter battery I'm going to talk about for a few minutes. Just kind of to get the ball rolling here tonight, so to speak. Y'all probably know I got this battery charger from Pop-Up. It's a Feely and it is solar charger. So this has been great. I was actually using it the other day. Takes a long time to charge on solar. It says about 2 days, but still it's good, and you can do it as a USB port. It's got the flashlight on it too. But then when I went to Alaska, the girl that went to Alaska with me was talking about a jump starter for her battery, and I got to looking, and so found this one. This also can be charged with a USB, and it's really loud to unvelcro. Hey, Candy, the wee service dog is here. Hey, Candy. Hey, how are you, Amber? It's good to see you all. Good to see Mel. I was just talking about this right quick, kind of get, you know, break the ice kind of thing. I'll go ahead and talk about it just for a second. This is a battery jump starter. Can you believe it's so small it fits in your hand? It only took 5 hours to charge. Oh, yours is probably a little bit more down to business than this one. The company on this one says to allow 25 hours. So that's like 2 days of sunshine. But it did top up from like 2 bars to 4 last night after just a few hours. So maybe that's from just going from 0, that it's going to take 25 hours. I don't know. But this one's different. This one you have to charge through a USB port. Of all things, it comes with a USB to charge it with, and then it's supposed to jump start the battery of a car. But it'll also run 3 devices. So that's kind of crazy. I don't know if I'm gonna how much stock I'm gonna put in it. Hopefully I won't have to find out. But it came with jumper cables, and then it's got this adapter. So if you've got something that needs to plug into a cigarette light, you can just plug it here. So I thought that's a neat little gizmo. Good. I'm glad that you're doing great. That is very good to know. Oh, we've got Valerie Reese here. Hey, Valerie. She says she's here, but she's extremely tired and may fall asleep listening to me. That's all right. Totally fine. And Busy Lady 35 is in. Hey, Busy Lady. So does this mean, dear, I hope that this means notifications actually got sent out by YouTube this time. Let's see. Amber says, I had to quit taking my metformin. It has permanently messed up my stomach and bowel system. I'm suffering. Metformin's a hard medication. It really is. I hate that it's permanent, though. A lot of people have that GI upset, or that's what the doc told me when I complained about it. But with me, taking it with yogurt helps. And I don't like yogurt, but it helps. It has to help a lot for me to have it, because I don't like it. I'm definitely not a yogurt person. And so we've got Amber with Country Living and Adventure saying hi, and Busy Lady saying hi to everybody, and Valerie saying hi. Busy Lady says, hey, Gayle, how are you? I'm doing okay. Yay. Okay, Valerie got a notification. Busy Lady got a notification. Good deal. Good deal. Let's see. I got a message from Stellar Piper saying she got a notification. All right. So if she doesn't come in, we'll have to get her. I bet she'll be here in a second. Oh, no. What's wrong, Amber? Hey, we've got Stellar Piper. Busy Lady thinks yogurt is delicious. Oh, my stars. Busy Lady, there's no hope for you, hun. No. Actually, I can kind of do the Greek yogurt. Affording the Greek yogurt, though. Amber says, but I shall get through this. Good for you. And let's bopping around here. Oh, no. Look at Peter Parker. He's trying to remind us that Christmas is only 9 months away. No. All right, Peter. All right. I get the message. Oh, highs. Amber says she doesn't get notifications anymore. She just has to remember. Wow. If you had to rely on me to remember, I'd never get to see anybody's channels. Which, by the way, I'm trying to get caught up on. I'm just now, past few days, starting to kind of get my head back into the swing of things. Been a real hard week, and I really appreciate everybody just kind of hanging in there with me. And Busy Lady said that she was saying that on the 25th. Amber saying hi. Oh, Valerie eats yogurt almost every day. Oh, you guys are killing me. Busy Lady is promising us that there are good kinds of yogurt and that some even have cookies. I could probably do the ones with cookies. It's the whole texture thing. I don't like anything that's kind of, I don't want to say slimy because I shouldn't say yogurt slimy, but anything that's got that kind of texture. We have Stellar Piper saying at Valerie Reese, we had a full bowl of candy yesterday morning. It was 3/4 gone by the time we closed. Because Stellar works with homeless youth, and Valerie sent her kids some candy, and it sounds like they're plowing through it. And Amber is trying to tell Peter, no, stop. We're not ready for Christmas. Busy Lady says she's looking forward to Christmas because by then this stuff going on will be all behind us. Ooh, Busy, it's really hard to argue with that logic. Ooh, yeah, that's hard logic to argue with. I'm not quite ready to drag out my Christmas tree yet, though. Oh, Busy Lady almost forgot that was Amber, huh? Let's see. Good for you, Valerie. You know, believe it or not, I've got some already done. You kind of grab some things when they're on sale. Amber says, hey, Stellar, John is in the doghouse. He got engine grease on the pink top you bought me on Amazon. I'm trying to get that stain out. Ooh. Ooh. Good luck. Sometimes you can take baking soda and just kind of push it in and let it sit, or baking powder rather, and let it sit and then wash it. Sometimes that'll help. Stellar says the Greek yogurt flips are pretty good. Okay, I'm not going to say anymore that I don't like something. Because you guys are trying to talk me into it. How fun. Okay. Yeah, Candy the We Service Dog says, Amber, if you ask, can you use another diabetic medication? You know, Busy, even a stopped clock is right twice a day. But no, it is logical. How are you doing in your field? Is everybody really on edge? Are you able to get at least some of what you need? Stellar says, let her know how it works out. Shout it out, Amber. And Stellar says, I will. I hope anything works. There you go. Busy Lady saying, at Stellar Piper, I love the flips. Well, good deal. So we have dived right in by talking about yogurt. I love it. I love the conversation, not the yogurt. Busy says, do you like granola? It's so good mixed with yogurt. Yeah, I do. I actually like yogurt. I like granola by itself. So yeah, I am a granola fan. With me, it's just a texture thing with yogurt. Like I don't do like Jell-O or anything that's kind of, I guess, slippery like that. So I don't know. I'm just weird, which we already knew. I don't have to broadcast that on YouTube. Of course, you could say that by definition, being a YouTuber at my age is a little weird. Let's see. Or that's what the kids at church used to think anyway. But look, busy. Let's see. Stellar says, busy lady, I'd say yogurt is good mixed with granola. It is. It is if you like the flavors. Let's see. Busy says, my field, it's rough and masks do not even work. We have cute ones, though. I will send you a pic soon. The residents are pretty humble, but some of them are so bored. Sure. Because you guys can't even, I know sometimes you have groups that come in nursing homes from like churches and they'll sing and stuff, but I can imagine because they can't get out like and you can't go in. Busy like Stellar's asking what field. Valerie is saying, do you eat pudding? I do eat pudding some. Like I think that's why I can do Greek yogurt better than I can, like the other yogurts that are out there. So I do. It's not my favorite thing, but I do yogurt. I mean, I do pudding. Healthcare. You probably did, Stellar. That's okay. BRB going in the basement. Oh no. Have we given Amber that hard of a time that we're making her go hide in the basement? Yeah, definitely. Well, Busy, you're in a tough spot, and I thank you for doing that job. I think I've said before, I think the people that you're working with are blessed, and I'm going to stand by that. And Valerie says, my mom loves doing puzzles. I ordered 5 of them and had them shipped to her to keep her busy. She's 86 years old. That's amazing. I just hope to see 86, much less doing puzzles. But that's a great way to stay occupied when you're bored or to stay busy when you're indoors. Busy says we have a hard time getting into the building. They have signs all over saying we cannot enter without getting our temp taken, and then nobody answers the doorbell. Oh, no. Maybe the people who are supposed to answer the doorbell are busy constantly checking their own temperatures. That would be me. I would be so paranoid about that. Okay, Amber has emerged from her basement, and she said she was getting bug spray. All right. She said her dog has fleas again, having to treat again. Yeah, those are so frustrating and so hard to get rid of. You really, I mean, like we would treat, and then 2 weeks later we had to treat again. And then this was like years ago with our first dogs. So it's going back a long time. He said treat and then treat again. And treat meant treating the dog, treating the inside of the dog, and treating the carpets. So we did that and bug bombed. And then 2 weeks later, just about to the day, we did it all again. And then we kept him with that flea and tick medicine. And we didn't have any problems after that. But that one summer was really rough. Good. Good, busy lady. She plans to be a CNA. There you go. I was actually a CNA for a while. I enjoyed it. But then I developed a bleach to latex gloves and allergy rather to latex gloves and to bleach. So that ended my whole medical field career. But Stellar probably has memories of me going out in my whole white outfit there. But being a CNA is really neat because you get to really meet a lot of people and you're helping them. And they don't usually, or they didn't usually get mad at me like they did the nurses. Like if their meds were late or whatever, all that gets blamed on the nurses. But it's really just usually because they're just so busy. They're doing 20 people all at the same time. But we kind of got to be the happy people, sort of. But yeah, you'll be good. Busy says it's pretty laid back around here. The nurses are just sitting around talking. That's good. This is probably like the only time in their lives they can ever talk and just sit there and talk. Stellar says we're checking non-staff temps every 4 hours. Good idea. Hey, Mel. Hey, Mel was the first one in here, you all. He had you all beat. It's better. It's better. Thank you for asking. Yeah. You didn't know that? I thought I'd talked about that before. Yeah. Yep, it's been a long time ago. Yeah. And Busy Lady says, LOL, right? The nurses don't have much time with them. No, they don't. And CNAs don't have a lot of time, but more time than the nurses have, especially like in a nursing home. But there's always too much to do and not enough people to do it in healthcare that I've noticed. But I would have stayed in it and gone into nursing except for the allergies. And when you're allergic to a combination of bleach and also latex gloves, that ends it right there. So, but that's okay. Because, really, God closes one door and he opens another. So everything worked out. So can't complain. It doesn't do any good. Where did you work as a CNA? I worked down in Chattanooga. I did an assisted care at a very exclusive and posh retirement center that had skilled care and apartments. And then I worked at the county nursing home, which was like, whoa, it was really different. And I did some private duty. So I did private duty. I didn't like it as much, but because I liked being on the floor more. But private duty at the time was paying so much more and had more flexibility. And when the kids were young, you need the combination of money and flexibility if you have kids. It's just the way it is. So, and Mel says, I was out of the loop myself. All good. We're talking so far, Mel, as far as tonight's show, we've talked about yogurt. We've checked in with everybody. And now we're talking about Busy Lady's plan to be a CNA. And anything else that jumps in? Yes, it is. PCAs are the same thing these days. Lots of jobs for that in Michigan, as far as I've seen. That's great. And you may even want to look into going ahead and being a 2-year RN, depending on what scholarships and stuff are available. Because that was a really nice thing that kind of helped attract me to be a CNA. I wanted to be a nurse, and like the nursing homes and stuff had great scholarships at the time where if you wanted to go, they would really help you. But then the allergies popped up, and what can I say? Valerie Reese is saying that her doctor is Skyping with patients now, so you don't have to go into the office. That's good. That's real good. My doctor is not Skyping, but I have used this MD Live internet-based, or else not just internet. They can talk to you on the phone or do Skype. And I've had real good luck with them for things like sore throat, ear infections, abscess tooth, things like that. But I really like that your doctor is Skyping because there's just that extra level of security from talking to your own doctor. And yes, Mel, it is. Mel's saying bleach is a killer, and it definitely is. Busy says, yeah, it can be stressful, but I'm used to that, and I'm a person that needs to stay busy. Even your name, your name on YouTube, Busy Lady, says that. It says, awesome, I'm thinking of private duty. Yeah, of course, this is going back a long time. But at that time, it was paying about half again as much to do private duty. And some of the clients that I had through a service, I could go in at 5 p.m. on a Friday and work that night and straight through the weekend. And they had like a bedroom and stuff for CNAs, but I could sleep and stay there all through the weekend. And so I had the rest of the week available, but I had more hours than I would have if I was working like at the nursing home or at the hospital and stuff. So that's part of why. Let's see. Busy Lady says, since I'm under quarantine, could y'all put money on my books? LOL. Do you mean book or bookies? And she says lockdown. Okay. Busy Lady says she'll check into that. Being a CNA is hard on the body since you have to lift the patients. I think nurses may have to do that as well, but maybe less depending on the place. I think it does depend on the place. But yeah, that's another thing we can talk about sometime. This is crazy. So, Amber, you're under lockdown and you're asking people to put money on your books. Love that. That's why I said books or bookie. Anyway, here we go. So, Mel, are things, it sounds like things are still ramping up in New York City instead of the virus kind of tamping down. Is that accurate? Because I haven't talked to any of my family lately, just because I've been in a funk this past week. And let's see. What is going on here? Oh, I see what's going on. Sorry, I'm getting notifications popping up in the lower right-hand corner. I didn't used to get notifications, and since there's a whole thing about the computer and the Microsoft and whatnot, now all of a sudden, in the lower corner of the screen, I'm getting notifications popping up. And that's not a terrible thing for Facebook. It's not a terrible thing, except I have ADD. So that's when it gets kind of confusing. So if I miss something, it may or may not be my head injury. It could be ADD. What can I say? Busy Lady's laughing. There you go. Stellar Piper says, Amber, did you get the plague or is your state just sheltering in place? And Mel is saying, yes, it's crazy. It will be such a relief when either this is over because they think that heat is going to kill it, which I don't understand how heat is going to kill it because they have it in Australia. It is summer in Australia. But if they're saying heat may kill it, then I'm just going to thank God for that. But I'll be so glad when it's over or they have a vaccine for it. And let's see. Amber says, bookie or books? I'm under lockdown. I feel like I'm in prison. So, yeah, I need money for my books. Okay. Amber says, Stella, our state is getting the virus like crazy. Yeah, Busy Lady's got a good idea for you, Amber. Do a live. You know, and I got to tell y'all, I'm still, this portion of Tennessee, Virginia, where I am up here, we're kind of in a little bubble. I went to the grocery store yesterday. It was still, had people in it shopping. We still had toilet paper. We weren't out of meats. We weren't out of eggs. And I'm hearing stories like places like New York where Mel is, and a friend of mine out in California and another friend of mine in Washington State. And it's wild. So, Mel, I'm just hoping that you keep your head above water and don't get sick there. And Stellar says, Amber, mine is too. 394 cases as of the governor's 5 p.m. conference. Now, don't get me wrong. Tennessee has got the coronavirus. It's just that my little world up here, small town world, is like still in a bubble. Some people are starting to go a little nervous, a little stir crazy, but for the most part, no, it's not bad. Busy Lady says she's heard that as well, but it's not here, and people are still spreading it, apparently. Apparently so. Yeah, Amber's Mel seconding that, saying, yeah, go live. Stellar says, stay in the bubble. I'm working on it. Because y'all, after Tomlin passed away last week, we went to a restaurant to kind of decompress because I had 3-hour plus drive coming back home. But we were able to get meals, sit down, eat in the restaurant, and then that night we were able to get a hotel room, which super cheap. And then the next day we were eating at Cracker Barrel. And then up here, this 3.5 hours away from that, then we still have like all of our mom and pop restaurants are open. There's a couple of places that are doing takeout only. Like if you want Subway or McDonald's, then that's still takeout only. But for the most part, it's not a problem. So yeah, Stellar, I'll work on staying in the bubble. Busy Lady says she still can't find toilet paper, but did find everything else today at Target. Cool. Now I saw that somebody said they sent out a link. Somebody up here, a friend, saying that Target actually had hand sanitizer for a couple of hours. So I was impressed by that. Mel says he's doing the best he can. Well, Mel, we're just going to pray for this little bubble to be around you and to encase you and keep all those germs away from you. Because with New York being such a hot spot, I worry about that. Amber says finding TP and food here is like trying to find a chicken tooth. Wow. And Stellar says, Busy, if I find some, it'll be a miracle. And Busy says, it's so frustrating. If I run out of TP, I guess we'll use washcloths. Yes, you'll have to. You could Amazon a bidet, I guess. That's what Stellar Piper's saying. But you know, Amazon is freaking crazy on what they're sending out. And they're saying like a lot of things are not coming until like late April and into May. But then I think that those time estimates are really guesses, because I ordered some canning jars that I wanted to have come in, and they were originally supposed to be here today. But then I got a notification saying that they had just shipped yesterday. So obviously that takes care of them being here today, and they'll be here in the middle of next week. But my husband ordered this little adapter cable for church, and it came in like 3 days. So I don't know. Let's see, Country Amber saying that, which is Country Living and Adventures, says, Gayle, no one is allowed to eat in here. All the China buffets are closed. Our very own Golden Corral is closed down too. Aww. And what she's referring to is the restaurant that we got to go eat in a couple of times when we met together. So, and Busy saying, or coffee filters. Okay. Candy Dewey Service Dog says, Gayle, I'm having trouble with internet connection. Hopefully will not lose connection again. Vinegar is a great disinfectant, especially for people like me that can't have harsh chemicals to clean with. Vinegar works. I like vinegar. The only thing about vinegar I don't like is the vinegar smell, but I will totally put up with it. But at home, as far as cleaning, hubby can clean the bathroom. So that's the only thing that I'm really kind of lucky on. And then Candy says, I'm going to have to leave because of a chance of severe thunderstorms until 8 p.m. Everyone have a great weekend. Candy, you stay safe, okay? Be careful. I was just reading about those storms earlier, and they look like they're going to be really rough, which means they'll be here probably about the time my canning jars are, probably mid next week. So, and let's see. My chat room just kind of stuttered for a second. It tells me that there's no comments. I know that's a lie. There we go. Hey, it's Plum Bob. Hi, Plum Bob. How are you? Happy Saturday to you too. Okay. And Stellar, Busy Lady says, Stellar, I've thought about that too. Let's see. And Valerie says, someone at her church tested positive. Busy says, hi to Plum Bob, as does Stellar. Valerie, I'm sorry. I hate to hear that about your church member because that's when it starts hitting close to home. You stay safe. I'm sure you're not in church right now, but stay safe. Busy Lady 35 says, I've heard Amazon was only shipping meds, but I don't think that's true. Nope, it's not true because he got his adapter cable. And then my canning jars just shipped yesterday. So it's definitely more than meds. But what they're doing is they're not accepting any new things coming into their warehouses that is not health related. So that frees them up as those supplies go out that they have for like canning jars and adapters and stuff. And that leaves more space for healthcare products to come in. So they're still not taking anything like that, they say, any like regular stuff. Stellar says, Amber, that's probably a good thing. One person with the virus in the restaurant and the entire restaurant will get it. Sounds like it. Plum Plum says, still living in a virus-free status, everyone. Not really. I'm in a bubble. But the bubble probably is called denial. Says, yeah. Plum Plum. And then Stellar says, busy, they're still shipping other things, just not on priority. So I'll ship, just not within 2 days. Vinegar only kills germs, but not everything. Just saying, LOL, be careful. Yeah, true. And I can, personally, I can do like a little bit of bleach, like the hand wipes or sanitizing wipes I'm always using, the Clorox ones. I can use those because it's real quick. But to go into a bathroom, I start coughing my head off and it triggers my asthma every time. So it's a closed spaces, and the problems when people have come in and cleaned my hospital room with the bleach, that's been challenging sometimes. Yeah. Try being on a breathing machine because of asthma and having somebody come in and clean your room and clean it with bleach. Yeah. Interesting. Let's see. Everybody saying hello to Plum Bob because we're glad to see you. And Plum Bob says he's managing to stay healthy, staying very much at home. There you go. That I think that seems to be the thing. And Stellar says, same here, Plum Bob, except work and necessary errands. Yeah, I think, Stellar, you may be the only one I know that's not working from home. And I guess you're doing that some, but still going in. Amber is saying the 3 China buffets in my area are permanently shut down until further notice. Ooh, is that virus related or if there have been cleanliness or other issues? Amber, Country Living and Adventure, says they had to give away the food before shutting down, so they lost a lot in revenue. Makes sense. And she says, I'm glad to hear, Plum Bob. Stellar says, Amber, my favorite coffee shop is closed until further notice. Are they not doing drive-through? Which, a drive-through, that even still kind of bothers me because if you're in an area that's got the virus and you're working a drive-through, or if you're a cashier, or if you're a pharmacy rep, you've still got all these people coming in. So, and drive-through, I mean, you don't usually think about it, but some of those trucks are up level with the drive-through window, and so you're face-to-face with those folks. The smaller cars aren't that big of a deal, but the trucks can be way up high, and the large SUVs and so forth. Plum Bob says we're holding off work for a few days, waiting for the numbers to spike in our area. Amber says it's virus-related, the 3 China buffets. Okay. The way you said they were closed permanently until further notice made me kind of nervous for you. Stellar says, I'm working from home some. Monday I work from home, but I'll be shifting to my new office starting Tuesday. Where do lots of hand washing. Lots and lots and lots of hand washing. And I've heard that some areas are even having a run and you can't find soap. That's flabbergasting to me. And Candy says, actually, vinegar kills viruses and bacteria. I worked in a hospital in the oncology unit. We educated our patients to use it at home because of their sensitivity to strong chemicals. Good to know. Plum Bob says, the thought of a drive-through terrifies me. Too many people touching each item. I get that. I get that because it's several, and then you've got the bags and stuff. Stellar says, the coffee shop is mainly campus traffic, and UK is shut down, so I'm not sure they get enough business to stay open for takeout. You know, they probably don't. If you're in an area where everything around you shut down, that makes sense. And unfortunately, more and more things are shutting down. But I heard a rumor that the whole world's going to be open again by Easter. Just saying. I don't know if that's such a smart idea, even at Easter, to go and be around a bunch of people. But we all got to do what we got to do. But right now, that means being safe, right? And Stellar says, Candy, any particular strength vinegar solution? Stellar, they make a cleaning strength. It's like 5%, I think. But it's actually called a cleaning vinegar. That's the tech term for it. Okay. And y'all, I really appreciate your patience with me as I keep having this ADD thing going on. Woo. Okay. I might have to figure out how to shut off this little Facebook notifications thing. But not right now, right? So, Stellar, on the vinegar, it is a cleaning vinegar. And I think I'm pretty sure they sell it at the store in just like the regular section. If you can't find it, call your daddy because he can tell you where to pick it up because he's always the one buying it. And Amber says, be right back. I need a cool shower. I'm having horrible hot flashes. Power surges, Amber. They're power surges. Women get power surges. We don't have hot flashes. Just saying. Plum Bob says, my wife has been very sick with pneumonia, but beginning to feel much better these last few days. I'm glad she's feeling better. Pneumonia is terrible because you stay sick with it. It just knocks you off your feet for so long. So I'm glad she's better. I hope that's not coronavirus-related pneumonia. But just regular pneumonia is horrible. I hope she stays well and gets to feeling better soon. Yeah. But there, and see, that's the thing. You know, the media gets so focused on the coronavirus, but the fact that other bugs are out there and other germs kind of drops off the radar screen. So lots of good reasons for hand washing and stuff. But I hope she feels better. And Stellar says she's glad she's getting better. So I just hope she feels better, totally over it very, very quickly. So, and Stellar, you better watch your asthma, girl. Lots of hand washing for you too. Regular pneumonia is still awful, but I'm glad it's not the coronavirus pneumonia because hopefully, and this is just me and my hope because I get pneumonia about every other year and have been hospitalized with it. My big hope is they can at least do something for regular pneumonia. So my big hope is if I catch something, I hope it's just the regular stuff. None of it's fun though. It's a real pain. So, hey, Plum Bob, you're a good person to talk to about this. Because you're techie, or not techie, but you are very mechanical. I got this thing. This is supposed to be a battery that can jumpstart your car. Have you seen these things? It's that big. 18,000 milliamp hours right here. And it's supposed to have enough juice to jumpstart a car, and even comes with cables. So, yeah, it's kind of crazy. And this thing charges with USB plug. So I'm like, kind of skeptical, but I'm skeptical. Plum Bob says that his wife with the pneumonia, she's been very sick with pneumonia. He said, let me go back up. And it's regular pneumonia, but he says that it's also made her very susceptible to the COVID. And I want to just toss out something now for those of you who are listening. You may be perfectly healthy. You may be very young. You may be strong. You may be indefeatable. I get that. But wash your hands, isolate, listen, and do what you're told, because the person that you don't infect could be somebody very important to you. So please, just from me to the rest of the world, take care of yourself. Follow the instructions. If you're told to isolate, isolate. Because people like Plum Bob, Stellar, myself, and some of the others, it's not going to be a good thing. It's not good. Let me rephrase this. It's not good anyway, but it's going to be worse for those of us who are susceptible. So we appreciate you doing what you can do and not having coronavirus parties and not having spring break parties. Just saying. And Stellar says, oh yeah, whoops. One of the first things I brought to my new office was hand sanitizer. And she says, I don't have a chair, but I have hand sanitizer. There you go. And Mel saying, wash your hands. He agrees. Oh, okay. Plum Bob is vouching for these. I trust his opinion. And he says they work very well. And they just gave his 3 sons theirs for their birthdays. Very handy for sure. Okay. Good. Thank you. I got this because I'm being out in the van so much and out traveling. And the last thing you want to do is get stuck when you're traveling. So, especially as a woman. So, I'm glad to know that you feel like they're going to work. Because I've been a little skeptical. Because the only way you can test it is if your car battery goes down. So thank you, Plum Bob. That makes me feel better. And let's see, Mel is saying follow directions. Yes, people, please. And Stellar says practice social distancing like a good neighbor. Stay over there. That's a good one. That is a real good one. Like a good neighbor, stay over there. Absolutely. And Plum Bob says, I've been the hand washing police at our house. I don't get much kickback. There you go. Good. Because it's not just the coronavirus. I mean, hand washing helps protect you from lots of things. I can hear my mom ringing in my ear. Did you wash your hands? I think we all can, except for the people who are out having parties. But there you go. I heard that some areas are short on soap. I can't even believe and can't even think what that would be like. I'm really kind of glad that I'm in a bubble, but at the same time, it kind of is a little scary because you want people to take this seriously. And like the people who take it the most seriously are the people who have it in their front yard, you know? Oh. So, yeah. Well, so other than the coronavirus, what else have everyone been up to? How are y'all staying busy? There's only so much house cleaning we can do, I've noticed. Stellar says, our governor is strongly encouraging Kentuckians in border counties to not go to neighboring states except to work. Okay. There you go. Stellar says, yes, be glad, stay in your bubble. I plan on it. All my doctor's appointments are done for a while, so I have no reason to leave home for a little bit. Good deal, Plum Bob. So you have been practicing for quite some time. Plum Bob says he was a germaphobe growing up, so this is all okay with him. There you go. Valerie says, my hubby and I are going to go fishing tomorrow. That'll be nice. Hopefully you'll have a good, relaxing time. It's probably going to be a good way to social distance. We drove over to the National Forest yesterday and did not see anybody. And then finally, right as we were coming up to leave, this family of like 4 and walks by. And so we all get on our other ends of the trail there, or other sides of the trail. But there was like nobody. So hopefully you'll have a nice, relaxing, fun experience. Social distancing too. Candy Service Dog says distilled white vinegar. Okay. That's what she's recommending to clean with. And yay, good for you, Stellar. I didn't even know they offered that online. Stellar says it's not coronavirus related, but she just finished an online storm spotting refresher course. Good for you. I didn't even know you could do that online. Is that nationwide, Stellar? Or is your National Weather Service just doing it? I love that. And what we're talking about here is the National Weather Service offers free classes for not storm chasing, but storm spotting. And so what that does is you learn what cloud patterns to look for, what the sky is doing when it starts talking to you about, possible tornadic activity or not, and just some things to do and things not to do. And you take this class, and then if you see something in the sky that looks a little different, that's not supposed to, that's kind of strange, then you have the training to immediately know whether it's a problem or whether it's just kind of sky stuff that just doesn't mean anything. Good, thank you. Stellar says she's going to send me the link. She thinks it's national. Good deal. Those courses, I got to tell you, if you ever have a chance to take them, they are fascinating and they're free. And it's only like a couple of, well, I don't know about online, but if you have to go in and take it, if they start offering them again, then it's 2 hours well spent, I would say. Let's see, Candy Louise Service Dog says heat does work, but we're talking about heat is in dryers and ovens and blow dryers in your home. Sun can be enough if it's direct sun at the hottest part of the day, and it takes a long while. See, that's always been my understanding about killing the germs, that it's either the hair dryer or like 105-degree, no humidity direct heat for all day. And let's see, Plum Bob says, I had a fall on the ice a week ago, bruised my back, the swelling has gone down, but I still have residual pain in my spine. I'm afraid to go see the doctor for fear of catching COVID. Yeah. Ow. Well, number one, I hope you didn't break anything. It sounds promising that you didn't, but I hope you get to feeling better too. I will say, and I don't know if doctors are even seeing people in the office, but I will say that I went to the doctor's office the other day and I probably felt the safest from the coronavirus there than anywhere. I'm going to see if I have a picture of that in Google Photos. It was crazy, but I was like the only patient in there. And let's see, busy ladies telling Stellar Piper that's cool. And Stellar says, Plum Bob, I'm so sorry and hope you're just bruised. I second that. Busy says, send her the link. Valerie says something. Wait, where'd it go? Oh, she says she's also been repairing and painting a sculpture that goes in our yard. Steve's making a fire pit in the front yard too. Woo! So you guys have big plans for when this is all over. Thanks, Stellar. Please do post that in the group. And let's see. Stellar is asking for pictures. So she's talking to you about your projects there. Valerie, it sounds like you guys have got some big plans. And that's going to be great. You'll have a good space to enjoy just relaxing in. And that is awesome. So let's see. I'm flipping through. I'm on another screen right quick. I'm flipping through to see if I have a shot of me in the doctor's office. I may have already deleted it. But like, I was the only person in there. This staff was so not expecting me to be there. One of them turned around. Oh, here we go. One of them turned around and is like, oh, we have a patient. And then it was like, oh, we have a patient. And then they all like came back up and they suddenly are very professional and dignified, saying, yes, ma'am, how can we help you? It was really kind of funny. And let's see, Valerie says we're doing videos and I'll put pictures on Facebook. Yay. Watch for those links too. Okay, here's the screen. Plum Bob, maybe if you have to go, maybe this will help you a little bit to feel better. But definitely call them before you go. But this was my surgeon's office. Now, I would not have taken all these pictures if I had a lot of people in there or anybody in there but me. But like, seriously, whoops, you don't want to see that one. So I was like the only person in there. So, and we can't schedule my surgery because that's on hold, but that's okay with me. But I felt much better being in the office and knowing it was empty. So it might not be too bad. Let's see, Busy Lady says, I have big plans to move when this ends, LOL. Michigan is on lockdown, so I don't want to move when it's more laid back down here in Florida, right? Plus, I don't know, I'm sure it's cold in Michigan right now. I figure it's got to be cold in Michigan and rainy in Florida. So you got to, good luck picking the right time there. And Plum Bob says it's a catch-22, Busy. Stay at home and not feel well, or go to the doc and take a chance. Yep. I hear you. It really scared me. But you can call the doctor's office and they'll tell you whether or not they're busy and whether or not they advise you to come in. Or mine did anyway. Valerie says her surgeon's office looked like that on Friday too. Good. Good. Valerie, I hope you're just there for a recheck or something. Yeah. I agree with Busy Lady too. That's a catch-22. But yeah. Oh. I think my husband's in there making dinner. Busy Lady, we got that Instapot a few months ago. Just wanted to let you know that. Busy Lady is one of the people who talked us into getting an Instapot. She made it sound so wonderful. So even when y'all think my husband's not listening, sometimes he is. And, you know, Busy is making a good point. She says they're probably cleaning the doctor's office is like crazy too. I bet you're right. Of course, the day I was in there, there was nobody to clean after. And she says that with her luck, we'll have a bad hurricane right when this ends. Busy lady, bite your tongue. Don't even think that. No, no, no. And Valerie was having book bites checked. Okay, I can't see that. Supplies removed. Aha. Okay, good. So it's not something you're going to have to go in and be put to sleep for. And Stellar says, do you like the Instapot? Dad does. But I got to tell you, Busy loves her Instapot. So, yeah. I'm on the fence about it, but he likes it. But Busy really loves it. And Busy says, yay, how do you like it? Yeah, I do. I have a real good hubby. But I'm still kind of on the fence because some things, it's like, it's almost easier to cook, like rice, for example. Just throw it in the crock pot and come back a couple of hours later and your rice is done. And all I have is a baggie to clean. You know, it's a little more complicated than that for the Instapot. So I guess I like it better for some things than others. The roast we did in it was really good, but the chicken didn't turn out that great. So, but he likes it. And if it helps him cook better, then it's less I have to do. Just saying. Purely grammatical there. Plum Bob says, I'm starting to stress about money. We don't have much to fall back on. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I know a lot of people is really worried about jobs right now. And Stellar says, Busy, he's good when he's away from curry powder. Yeah. Plum Bob says, what's for dinner, Gayle? I don't know. Actually, I really don't. Some kind of beef, because I saw it thawing in the fridge, but that's about all I know. But I'm going to have to go in a few minutes. Let's just say 8. And because, honey, how long is it till dinner?
I'm getting a late start, so probably 30 minutes.
Okay, 30 minutes. Okay, got longer than oh, he's going to want help before then. Of course. So let's say probably about 8:15 then. And Busy Lady says, oh gosh, Stellar Piper, a little of that goes a long way. Oh yeah, he found out. Busy, oh yes, for sure. Busy says, right, true. I like to toss in chicken breast. Okay. We did a whole chicken. And I mean, it was okay. It had good flavor. It just, the texture was a little off. Oh, really? Stimulus checks are coming? I heard, though, now, I heard that, and this is for folks in the U.S., we're talking about the stimulus checks. Plum Bob, what our government did is they just decided that each person who makes under a ton of money, basically, if you make less than $75,000 a year, you're eligible for a stimulus check of like $1,200. And if you make less than like $99,000 a year, then you get a lesser amount. But what kills me is like, okay, they do this and they're like, we want them out as soon as possible. And then the article I just read today says that they plan to have them out by the end of the year. So I don't know if it's really going to be helpful or not. Yeah. I guess $1,200 is, I guess it's going to be helpful anytime, but you know, a lot of people need that now, not December 31st at midnight kind of thing. But hopefully it'll help. But yeah, that was one thing too. When we went to the hotel, I tried to like really tip nicely because they had just laid off most of their staff. And they said that all of their reservations, or most of their reservations that they had for this past week that had been set for like school groups coming in for a big rowing tournament and some other contests and things like that, they said all those reservations canceled. So Scary stuff, not just from a virus perspective, but how are we going to live perspective and pay our bills. So I hear you, Plum Bob. I wish there was better answers, because like there's stuff you can do online for like lessons and reading and writing, but if people don't have money to pay for the articles to be written or the blog posts to be written, or if they don't have money to take lessons with, then we're still in a pickle. And Busy Lady says, loved how the whole chicken came out as well. I actually have not used my Instapot in a while. Ha! Okay. But you still like it, right? Let's see. Plum Bob says, his wife says, dinner is ready. Be well, my friends. Thanks for the smiles and positive attitude, Gayle. I always enjoy my visits with you all. Plum Bob, we always enjoy having you here. But you go have fun. Have a nice dinner. Relax. And I hope your wife feels better. Let's see. Busy Lady says, within 3 weeks, I heard. 3 weeks would be perfect timing. Let's see. Stellar says, yeah, whenever I get delivery, I try to go local and tip well. Good deal. Busy says, I have a reliable source on here if you're interested. Sure. Pop it in the chat or send me a PM. Reliable sources are good. Yes. Very interested. Because, the thing about the stimulus checks, I felt so down in the dumps because, man, it's like people need this. We need it now. We don't need it after Christmas, So now I understand that, like, if something comes up and there's some kind of problem with the transfer or something, but really. And Plum Bob says, thank you, everyone. Plum Bob, thank you. He is so nice. Plum Bob, I hope you have a super evening. Y'all, he was so nice. Went through Canada and the dang back door opened up on the trailer, as you know. But he saw the video later and he offered to fix it for me. He said he could help me with it, but unfortunately I was already through there. But I thought that was really nice. Good people in the world. But yeah, so Busy Lady, I'm really, really relieved. Really relieved to hear you say that, because I was just crestfallen. Oh, and by the way, thank you all for the likes. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Okay, great. Let me go in there. I'm going to hit that link, and then I will. Whoops, hit the wrong button there. Okay. When it comes in, I'm going to put it in my watch later file so I can check this out. She posted links to her sources too. Good. Okay. Excellent. All right. So I have it now to watch for later. I've got it saved. Thank you, Busy. I appreciate that. Because, it's very frustrating to go through all of this and to have it come down to the wire and then finally get passed and then find out that it may be December 31st before some checks go out. I'll take that as high praise. Big confidence vote right there. So She's got a lot of followers too, I notice. So for her to have that many followers, you know, and she seems to be a person who gives out information with couponing and stuff. So that gives me hope. So good deal. Thank you, Busy. Yeah. So that's good to know. Hey, Carry On, and John, how are you? Excuse me. Good to see you. Y'all, oh, Busy, you like to cook? Stellar, you like to cook? Y'all, this is the channel to go check out right here. Right here. Carry On, Jeff and John. That's who you want to go see. Because he does the live streams, and he's cooking with the live streams, and he always has these great dishes. And Carry On, you've got this household hooked on those paprika potatoes a long time ago. And I was looking for the mushroom stock when we were at the store the other day, and it's not something management says they carry. So I'll have to find out more about who does. Here it may be a specialty store, but I'm going to keep checking. And BZ says, no problem. She made me feel better. There's a lot of false info out there. Yeah. You don't know who to believe anymore. And Busy says, hi, Carry On, Jeff and John. And Busy says, yes, she's awesome. I learned a coupon from her. Good for you. Good for you. I've gotten kind of, when we moved away from the stores that do double coupons. So I am not into it as much as I was, I'm sorry to say. Yeah. But Stellar Piper, you need to go check out their channel too. This one right here. I get a lot of good information from them. And they're so supportive. So supportive. Like they're in the UK and he's dropping in now. I hope your weather is good over there. Let's see. Busy Lady says, I haven't felt like cooking lately, so tired from work and everything else. I hear you. Plus, you had a birthday. And I'm sure you had to do some extra cooking for the birthday boy. My daughters always gave me like lists of what all they wanted cooked. Oh, I'm sorry, paprika. I got paprika and you guys are the ones that got us hooked on that with the potatoes because I'd never heard of paprika potatoes until I got your show. But it's the mushroom stock that I can't find. So I went in. I had to go shopping yesterday, which is like taking your life in your hands now. But I asked at the store, you know, if they had it because I didn't see any on the shelves, and the guy didn't know what I was talking about. So that's why I'm kind of wondering if it's a specialty thing here, but I'm going to look for it. Plum Bob says, much to my wife's chagrin, I'm having dinner with you tonight. I really need this positive fix hanging in, but my mouth is full. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're hanging out with us. I hope you enjoy your dinner. And Stellar says, could you use veggie stock instead of mushroom stock? I don't know. Carry On Jeff and John says, thanks for the kind words. You're welcome, but they're true. Stellar says, Plum Bob, we don't judge. That's true, we don't. We're not going to worry about what anybody's manners are or anything. Look online, Gayle. I should have. I'll do that. Thank you. That's a good idea. Make a note of that. I'll make a note of that so I don't forget. I bet Amazon will have it once they get things kind of back in order there. Okay, here we go. Because Amazon's all over the board right now. Yeah, busy lady. There are some things that if you can find it, it's just worth buying. So, but I've got some mushrooms coming in the Misfits Market box that I think I told you all about last week or week before last that I got. The next one's coming next week if all goes well with shipping. And we had the option to add on mushrooms this time. So I've got some just the button mushrooms. So they're coming. So looking forward to figuring out what to do with those. Yeah. I think it's going to be worth it to try it. Amazon does have it. Huh? Yes. Valerie, have you ever used it? It just kind of blew my mind. So it's like, I've got to try that recipe now. So, yeah. Well, and see, that's one of the really nice things about YouTube is you get to learn a really lot of really neat, different things. And like Busy Lady said, she'd never heard of mushroom stock. So, you know, part of it is regional, I think, and part of it's just what's available in different countries. So, and it's all really cool because here we are. I mean, we're people that wouldn't, because of geographics, necessarily have crossed paths in the other world. I'm not going to say the real world because this is part of the real world, but in the other world, we wouldn't have crossed paths, but yet we get to be here together and talking and meeting people on YouTube. Who would have thought? And some lifelong friendships. So, yeah. And let's see, back to the chat rooms, because I keep going down these little rabbit trails. There you go. It's amazing mushroom stock. I'm going to have to try it. And let's see, Stellar is saying, slice and saute in butter with garlic and salt and throw those puppies on a burger. I don't know about that. Try not to do burgers. Not as much anyway. But yes. Valerie says she hasn't tried it, but I'm checking it out on Amazon right now. Awesome. Yeah. And let's see. Busy saying OMG yum. And Stellar Piper says busy. One food things Hubs and I both agree on is mushrooms. You're kidding me. I would not have expected that. I would not have expected that at all. So, but yeah, and if you guys get a chance, yeah, carry on Jeffy and John. Go check them out for cooking stuff because I know everybody on this channel right now likes to eat, so you can go check them out. Let me see. I'm gonna just go to their channel and pull up theirs. Hang on a second. I'll just get the URL to the channel. Ah, there goes my notifications thing again. Harsh. There you go. And Busy Lady says, LOL, that's good, Stellar Piper. It is. They would agree on mushrooms. Carry on Jeff and John also says we're doing a crispy chick with spicy noodles on Saturday night at 9 p.m. UK time. Be nice to see you there, Gayle. Come and meet our awesome YouTube family who are so genuine and they will show their love. They do. They do. They're really good folks. And that's Sunday night at 9 p.m. UK time. So I'll have to do some ciphering on that to figure out. Let's see, what time is it there? It's 8:13 here. Carry on, what time does it look like it is there? And let's see, Busy Lady 35 says turkey burgers with mushrooms, right, Gayle? Ooh, no, I like my turkey sliced, thank you. Valerie says Steve doesn't like mushrooms, but she loves them. And here is the link to their channel. Mushroom Alfredo is a tasty meatless meal. Yes, it is. We just did broccoli Alfredo last night. Yeah, you two go. Go, y'all have fun. There we go. Oh, Busy says we should do a live mukbang one night. Okay. We can talk about that. If somebody wants to join me on the show, I mean, we can do mukbang. I was teasing around with somebody the other day, and I said, you know, we could do a slumber party. We could get like our pajamas, and I could get my little house shoes that I'm always wearing anyway. And let's see. Let me back up, though. We should do a mukbang. Stellar says, is that 4 Eastern? And Carry On Jeff and John says it's 12:14 a.m. Okay. And Stellar says 5 Eastern, then it sounds like. Okay. Stellar math's better than I do, so I'm going to let her. 5 Eastern, okay. Let me write that down too. Okay. I've got that written down too. I'm making notes like crazy tonight, y'all. Okay. And Stellar says, what's a mukbang? Is that a super country potluck? No, it's not anything to do with potluck. I'm going to let Busy explain that. I need to go check to see what he just did. 12:15 a.m. now in the UK. Okay. And it's 8, well, my clock says 8:16. So hang on just 1 second here. I'm going to be right. Okay. Sorry about that. I heard him yell for me. I'm going to have to go. He needs some help, but we'll give him a minute. And did Busy Lady get it? Get her straightened out. Yeah. Busy says, Stellar Piper is just eating and talking about the food. Haha. Yes. Slumber party. There you go. We'll have to, I wonder if they make a Bodacious hat slumber party style. Stellar Piper's in. Okay. Yeah. She says, check out mukbangs on YouTube. Yes. Okay, Stellar says she will. Okay, well, you guys, thank you all for coming in tonight. I am going to have to go ahead and help him. She says they also show the food. Yeah, good. That's true. I forgot about that. What is it? Eating with Fifi, F-E-F-E? I think she does a lot of mukbangs. And Plum Bob says, LOL, Stellar. If you search it on YouTube, I think it's like a food review from what I can tell. I don't know how those people eat so polite on camera. Some of them don't. Some of them are like vicious with their food. Amber's back. Oh, she's back just in time for us to leave. I'm sorry, Amber, but I'm glad you're here so we can say goodbye. Oh, Busy Lady's hooked on the Taco Bell ones. Oh, good grief. Stellar says Plum Bob practice. I don't know. It could be. Okay, well, thank you all. And Carry On Jeff and John says, bye, everyone. You're all legends. Aw, you're super. Okay, you all take care. You're not too late. You're just here in time to say goodbye. So sorry about that, but I got to go help. John's in the, he's in the kitchen unchaperoned, Amber, just saying. So, all right. Well, good night to y'all too. Have a great night. Stay safe from the coronavirus and all the other hazards out there. and take it easy and make sure you wash your hands, all right? We'll see you Saturday night, 7 p.m., right here Eastern time, okay? Talk to you soon. Always be bodacious.